Yes, yes, please.
हाँ, बेरा साहब ज्वाइन चालू करें?
हाँ. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
हाँ, good afternoon. So, प्रयागराज जी भी ज्वाइन कर लिया? पता नहीं. Anyway, with your permission, let us start.
Yes, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hearty welcome to all of you on behalf of Director DGR Junagadh. I am glad to inform you that this directorate is organizing the Vigilance Awareness Week 2021 with the theme Independent India at 75, Self-Reliance with Integrity. Swatantra Bharat at 75, Satyanishta se Atmanirbharta, as per the guidelines of the CBC and Government of India. As a part of the ongoing program, we have an invited talk today on purchase procedures. I feel privileged to introduce you to today's speaker, Sri J.S. Khilji. Sri Khilji did his BSc and B.Ed and joined ICAR in 2001. Before joining ICAR, he worked in the Ministry of Communication and Central Secretariat Cadre. He is having an experience of 25 years in finance. Now he is working as Chief Finance and Account Officer of NARM, a premium institute of ICAR. I had an opportunity to participate in the training program organized by NARM Hyderabad for newly appointed vigilance officer of ICAR institutes. His talk on purchase procedure was outstanding and was appreciated by one and all. Sir, I have no doubt whatsoever, neither any of us, that your talk will enlighten all of us today on purchase procedures. I have invited all the employees of ICAR DGR Junagadh and vigilance officers of other ICAR institute join the program. Your talk will also be telecasted live in YouTube. With these words, I request our director, Dr. S.K. Bera, to chair the session. खिलजी जी हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में मिश्रण में बताएंगे. Now, sir, podium is now yours.
Thank you, भाई साहब. बहुत बढ़िया इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Good afternoon to one and all present in this meeting. First of all, I thank Dr. Sandeep Kumar Bera, Director, ICAR Director of Groundnut Research, Junagadh, and Dr. K.K. Pal, Principal Scientist and Vigilance Officer, DGR Junagadh. So thank you, sir, for inviting me to deliver this talk on the eve of Vigilance Awareness Week. Sir, my talk is on purchase procedure, and in the parlance of GFR and financial rules, we call purchase as procurement, because there is a slight difference between purchase and procurement. When anything is purchased by following rules and regulations and with proper documentation, the purchase is called procurement. And we, being the government servant, we deal with the term public procurement refers to the procurement of goods, services, and execution of works by the government departments. And you will be surprised to know that there is no specific law governing public procurement in India. The public procurement bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha in May 2012 to the Standing Committee on Finance the same month. But no report was submitted by the committee and the bill left in 2014 with the dissolution of the 15th Lok Sabha. The issue resurfaced 3 years later when for the financial year 2015, then Finance Minister Mr. Arun Jaitley told the Parliament that malfeasance in public procurement can perhaps be contained by having an institutional structure consistent with the UN Citral model. He added that the Parliament needed to take a view soon on whether we need a procurement law, and if so, what shape it should take. Some reports indicate that the Public Procurement Bill 2015 was subsequently drawn up, but it is unclear whether this bill was introduced in the Parliament. In any case, this law never got enacted. But with the initiative of Ministry of Finance, they interested the National Institute of Finance and Management, Faridabad, to start training on this draft bill. So from 2014 onwards, they are conducting two types of training on procurement. One is basic training and another is advanced training. So this training is based on draft procurement bill 2012, which was introduced in the Lok Sabha, but somehow it could not be made a law by this time. So in the absence of any specific law, public procurement and related financial matters are governed by the General Financial Rules 2017. These rules are applicable to all ministries and their attached and subordinate bodies. And these are also deemed to be applicable to the autonomous bodies which do not have their own government approved financial rules. ICR being the autonomous body and fully funded by the Government of India, we follow the GFR 2017. And this GFR 2017 is not applicable to the central public sector enterprises, including the defense public sector undertakings, which generally follow their own individual rules and procedures approved by the respective board of directors. But ICR, with the approval of their governing body and under the framework of the rules and bylaws, they have adopted GFR, and the same is being followed since long. Public procurement in India constitutes around 30% of the GDP. Departments like defense, railways, and telecom devote about 50% of their budget to procurement, which happens to be higher than the expenditure of most of the state governments. About 26% of the health budget is devoted to procurement. A sound procurement system is therefore crucial for ensuring national security, safety of passengers, health of the citizens, and the quality of infrastructure and services. Public procurement impacts the economy significantly by generating demand and consumption. By way of preferential treatment in procurement, it may be used to promote indigenization of foreign technology, development of backward regions, or protection of small-scale industry. Public procurement has to balance three concerns: maximize satisfaction to the public by providing quality products and services, maximize opportunities for growth for the private sector, and efficient spending of government money. Public procurement is the government activity most vulnerable to corruption. Firms with lesser competence often survive over government contracts by exploiting the weaknesses in the public procurement system. The prime objective of any procurement is to obtain the best value of money, which means getting the right product or service at the right price and at the right time. Three factors are essential to ensuring that right product or service is chosen. First, the qualitative requirements should be carefully framed so as to truly reflect the user's needs. Best practices dictate that requirements should be defined in terms of functional parameters and not as narrow technical specifications. Secondly, all available options in the market should be evaluated, which is best achieved by inviting all potential vendors through open tendering. Thirdly, the evaluation of offers should be done in the most objective manner. It is equally important that the best technical choice is accompanied by the best possible price, which is only possible through a competitive price discovery mechanism. The Central Vigilance Commission has observed numerous instances where the price quoted by a vendor was 20 to 50% less in a multi-vendor situation than the price quoted by him as a single vendor. Competition is very much essential in the procurement cycle. That is why we always hear that the tender is to be awarded to L1. But competition is often misunderstood to merely mean open tendering or soliciting offers from a large number of vendors. correct framing of qualitative requirements, objective evaluation of offers, and proper cost estimation are equally important to ensuring true and fair competition. The value for money can be ensured in procurement only if adequate competition is generated and if objectivity, transparency, and fair play are maintained at all stages of procurement and are evident in all decision making. Thus, integrity and competition in procurement are two sides of the same coin. Maintaining integrity in public procurement is not merely an ethical requirement but an economic compulsion also. There are many weaknesses in the system which we follow. Some of these are I will highlight. A major problem expressed by the procurement officials is the confusion created by the existence of multiple procurement guidelines and procedure issued by multiple agencies. There is neither a single comprehensive public procurement standard nor a single nodal agency to deal with public procurement policy. For example, the GFR has been made by Ministry of Finance, but the provisions of GFR are supplemented by the Central Vigilance Commission guidelines. They are supplemented by the Ministry of Micro and Small Industries, Ministry of Communication, Information Technology. There are other ministries, so they issue different guidelines on various subjects of GFR. And then there is the Audit and Accounts Department headed by CAG. They issue many guidelines. So the ground workers, they feel confusion many times because there is not a single book which they can refer. They have to refer multiple circulars. Another anomaly in our public procurement regime is that there is an attempt to apply the procurement procedures and guidelines in the letter without an appreciation of the spirit behind these stipulations. These procedures or guidelines have been framed to uphold the values of competition, transparency, fair play, integrity, and value for money while undertaking this procurement procedure. The ultimate test of any procedure is its ability to promote these values. Lack of standardization and proper documentation not only causes inefficiency but is also a major hurdle in ensuring transparency, probity, and accountability in procurement. Besides a good framework of policy and procedures, the quality of manpower which operates the procurement system is equally crucial. In ICR, public procurement has never been treated as a specialized activity requiring specialized knowledge and skills. Even the most critical and complex procurements are handled in a non-professional manner. In India also, except for the railways and the defense, no other organization has created a specialized cadre for this purpose. So there is a need to either have qualified staff handling procurement or to provide adequate professional training to convert the procurement officials into procurement managers. With the help of information technology and workflow automation, some of the limitations have been addressed because this IT has emerged as a solution not only to achieve efficiency but also to ensure transparency, objectivity, and integrity in operations. PVC has made many efforts on this aspect. And the use of information technology has been like this e-office and e-procurement, e-payment. This has been recognized as the best international practice by the OECD, which is a world organization for economic cooperation and development situated at Paris, France. And a serious problem confronted by public procurement in India is the malpractices of cartel formation accompanied by collusive bidding and bid rigging. So there is a greater need for coordination between the various agencies engaged in public procurement. Now, if we consider this ground workers, then their role is very important. And recently, the Government of India, Ministry of Finance, they gave some special relaxation to the scientific ministries and departments in following the GFR. So on the request of our DG, they have extended this relaxation to ICR also. I am just sharing the screen. So you can see this endorsement by the ICR, which is 30th September 2021. They extended this relaxation to ICR. This letter is addressed to our DG sir. So if you read this, you will notice that there was a provision in GFR regarding purchase of goods without quotation. So purchase of goods up to 25,000 was possible without inviting quotations. For ICR and other scientific ministries, the Ministry of Finance has relaxed this condition, and with the relaxation, now purchase of goods can be made without any quotation up to the value of 50,000 rupees for common use goods and rupees 1 lakh for scientific equipments and computers. So common goods can be purchased up to 50,000 without quotation, and scientific equipments and computers can be purchased up to 1 lakh rupees without any quotation. But only condition is that these powers are to be used only when the required goods are not available on GEM, that is Government e-Marketplace. So this is the condition. And second relaxation is this regarding purchase of goods by purchase committee. So earlier, as per GFR rule number 155, purchase of goods costing above rupees 25,000 and up to rupees 2.5 lakhs was possible on the recommendation of a duly local purchase committee. This condition has also been relaxed, and now purchase of goods costing above rupees 50,000 or 1 lakh in the case of scientific equipments and computers, and up to 10 lakhs can be made on the recommendation of a local purchase committee consisting of 3 members of an appropriate level as decided by the head of the department. So with the help of this committee, we can purchase up to 10 lakhs now. Here is one condition is that these powers are to be used only when the required goods are not available on Government e-Marketplace. Now one more relaxation regarding works. Rule number 133(3). A ministry or department may award repair works estimated to cost above rupees 30 lakh and original works of any value to any public sector undertaking set up by the central or state government to carry out civil or electrical works. This was the earlier provision. Now they have amended that a ministry or department may award repair works estimated to cost above rupees 30 lakhs. The ministry or department may award repair works estimated to cost above rupees 30 lakhs and original works of any value to any public sector undertaking set up by the central or state government to carry out civil or electrical works, or to any central state government organization, including PSUs, which may be notified by the Ministry of Urban Development for such purpose after evaluating their financial strength and technical competence. So they have relaxed many conditions for the scientific departments, and with these conditions, it is very easy for the ICR. Similarly, the footnote is there that scientific ministry departments can assign repair works estimated to cost up to rupees 5 crore on nomination basis, even in normal cases. So this is a very remarkable relaxation that up to 5 crore the ICR institutes can assign any repair works on nomination basis. Now I will share a research paper published by the Indian Audit and Accounts Department. So this is a 103 pages document, and it deals with the collusions in public procurement, insights into cartels, bid rigging, frauds, and other corrupt practices. So this document is the outcome of various audits and training programs organized by the Regional Training Institute, Kolkata. So I will share this document, and you will gain much insight on this subject by reading this document. This document also deals with this Procurement Bill 2012. As you can see this, even they have contents, public procurement, legal framework. Every aspect has been discussed in detail with case studies. This public procurement bill was also mentioned with highlights and comparison with laws regarding earlier being followed, and this provision in the bill. Make in India, different provisions in GFR have been included. Forms of bid rigging, risk assessment. They have given a checklist for detecting bid rigging in public procurement, corruption and bid rigging, fraudulent bids, fraudulent implementation, role of audit in relation to cases of fraud and corruption, CAG standing order, case studies, and they have suggested some further readings on this subject also. So it is a very comprehensive document. So those who are dealing with this purchase, they should read it. I will share this document. Now if we see the GFR, now the government has made it very simple with the introduction of GEM. No problem now. But when we follow actually in our day-to-day life, then we come across many issues which we don't consider as serious, and many mistakes happens. So I will share some mistakes for your guidance, so that you can also be aware of these small mistakes. Regarding this purchase, I am sharing a document which is a penalty imposed by ICR. So I will request one of you to please read it out so that others can also listen it. So Pal Sahab, would you please read it out?
See, order has to be read, we have to read it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whereas disciplinary proceeding under Rule 14 of CCA Rules 1965 were initiated against the W.H. Bhatt, Administrative Officer, DOPR, Pedagogy, by memorandum of even number dated 28/1/2015 on account of the following article of charges. Article number 1. While functioning as AAO DSR Hyderabad during the year 2010-11, Sri W.H. Bhatt recommended purchase of lab tables worth rupees 47 lakhs from MS Micro Clean Air Systems and Services Pune in an irregular manner. Neither tender was invited nor any purchase procedures or worth the name. Neither tender was invited nor any purchase procedure worth of the name was followed in the procurement of the said good. As a result, the lab tables were purchased in gross violation of Rule 150 of the General Financial Rule. Sri W.H. Bhatt, AAO, now AO, has thus committed grave misconduct of failure to maintain absolute integrity, exhibited lack of devotion to his duties, and his conduct is unbecoming of Council's employee, thereby contravening the provisions of the Rule 3.1, 1, 2, and 3 of the CCS Conduct Rule 1964 as extended to ICR employees. Article of Charges 2. While functioning as AAO, DSR Hyderabad during the year 12-13, Sri W.H. Bhatt recommended award of work of renovation of AITC facilities costing around rupees 13 lakhs in an irregular manner. The work was deliberately split to execute it in the 3 phases. As a result, the work was carried out in a gross violation of the Rule 126(2), 130 and 132 of the GFR. Sri W.H. Bhatt, AAO, now AO, has thus committed grave misconduct to failure the absolute integrity, exhibited lack of devotion to duties, and his conduct unbecoming government employees, thereby contravening the provision of the Rule 3.1.1123 of the CCS Conduct Rule 1964 extended to ICR employees. Whereas Sri W.H. Bhatt, the charged officer, CO, is his reply dated 4/2/2015 denied the charges. Consequently, Sri S.K. Behera, Deputy Secretary, now retired, was appointed as an inquiry officer by the Lambat Ritna inquiry into the charges framed against the charged officer. Whereas the inquiry officer in his report dated 19/2016 held that both the article charges not proved. Whereas the report of the inquiry officer was examined in the council, it was observed that the inquiry was held in accordance with the provision of the CCA Rules 1965, and CO was given adequate opportunity to defend his case. The disciplining authority, which Director General ICR, tentatively suggested to disagree with the findings of the inquiry officer in respect of both article of charges on account of the following reasons and hold those charges as fully proved. Article of charges 1. Although it is true that Dr. Patil was instrumental in procurement of the lab tables from Micro Itna, but Sri W.H. Bhatt cannot be absolved from his responsibility. Sri Bhatt, being the Assistant Administrative Officer of the Institute, is expected of him of apprise the director about the correct rule positions. Under the provision of the Rule 151 of the GFR, tenders by advertisement should be used for procurement goods of estimated value rupees 25 lakhs and above. However, in this case, no provision of the GFR was followed. Article of Charges 2. The Article of Charges 2 relates to the renovation of ATIC facilities. 3 work orders related to the renovation of ATIC facilities were awarded within a period of 2 days, that is 5/7/2012 and 6/7/2012, and from the nature of the work, it is seen that the same work not independent of each other. Hence, renovation of ATIC facilities costing around 13 lakhs were carried out in violation of Rule 130 and 126(2) of the GFR. Sri Bhatt, being AAO, failed to duty in the printed out the absolute manner. He failed to perform the duties in a proper manner, as a result of which renovation of the ATIC facilities was carried out in violation of the GFR. Whereas, as per the provision Rule 15(2) of the CCA Contract Rules 1965, a copy of the inquiry report was tentatively viewed of the disciplinary authority disagreeing with the findings of the IO was forwarded to W.H. Bhatt via ICR memo number dated 18/11/2016 for his submissions. For his reply dated 9/12/2016, CWS Bhatt made the following submission on each article of charges in brief. In lieu of leave period of regular AO, in lab tables purchase file was routed through WS Bhatt in the direction of the then director Dr. B.J. Patil. And the process of purchase of the lab tables was initiated on ITNA by the AO stores, with Sri A.V. Rao. The purchase brought by Sri A.V. Rao and submitted the same to the Technical Evaluation Committee on 25/11/2010. The TEC cleared the proposal on 1/12/2010 and Purchase Advisory Committee met on 1/12/2010 and recommended the purchase of lab tables. Then the file was forwarded to AFAO for concurrence under the signature of regular AO Sri G. Krishna on 7/12/2010. During the entire process, the purchase of the lab tables from 30/10/2010 to 7/10/2010, the file was dealt by Sri A.V. Rao. हाँ खिलजी जी आगे बढ़िए.
आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा पाल साहब.
सर आगे बढ़ने के लिए बोल रहे हैं सर.
हाँ नहीं, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. जी जी हाँ ठीक है. और आगे बढ़ना है. मुझे आवाज सुनाई नहीं दे रही. पाल साहब मुझे आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Sir, there is some connectivity issue. Pal sir will join in 2-3 minutes.
Hello. Actually, I was disconnected.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There was net problem. आप gist में बता दीजिए इसको, because ये लंबा चला था.
हाँ, तो ये मेरे बताने का ये इसमें मकसद ये है कि जब हम काम कर रहे होते हैं तो हमसे छोटी छोटी सी मिस्टेक्स कई बार हो जाती है, या कई बार कोई जो प्रोसीजर है वो पूरा फॉलो होने से रह जाता है। तो किसी के भी पार्ट में गलती होती है तो जो पूरा जो सिस्टम है, जो पूरी जो चेन है, वो सारी चेन इन्वॉल्व हो जाती है, और उसमें कभी कुछ होता है तो सभी से जो है इसके बारे में जो पूछा जाता है कि भाई ये आपका इट वाज एक्सपेक्टेड, इट वाज योर ड्यूटी, सो व्हाई डिड नॉट यू डू दिस एंड दैट। तो अगर हम काम करते वक्त थोड़ा सा अगर ध्यान रखें, रूल को थोड़ा पढ़ लें, तो वो सभी के लिए अच्छा है। हाँ, मेरी आवाज आ रही है सभी को?
आ रहे हैं.
आ रही है सर।
हाँ, तो मैं
आ रहे. You are audible. Continue कर लीजिए.
तो मैं एक खुद का इंसिडेंट है जो दैट वाज हैपेंड विद मी, जो मेरे पार्ट पे जो लैप्स हुआ, तो आई आल्सो वांट टू शेयर विद यू। सो so I have shared with you. So I will again request Pal Sahab to please read it out. This incident happened with me.
Okay. A vigilance inspection of Directorate Sargam Research Hyderabad was carried out during 15 to 16 November 2013. The following administrative and financial irregularities were observed in execution of the civil works. Renovation of Sabarnagar to Scientist Farm Itna amount Itna limited tender K. Panduranga Reddy, named to whom they got the contract. Okay, renovation of Itna K. Panduranga Reddy, construction of Gentle Jain's toilet, ASKB Prasad. The above works were split and carried out in a phased manner. Inviting open tender as prescribed in GFR 130 specify that the purpose of approval and sanction a group of works should have been for one project shall be considered in one work. Necessary obtaining the approval of the higher authority in respect of consist of such a group of work should have been avoided because of the fact that the cost of each particular work is the project within the powers of such approval or sanction of lower authority. आप पूरा ना पढ़ के थोड़ा जीस्ट बता दीजिए, क्योंकि 6 पेज पढ़ते पढ़ते आधा घंटा लग जाएंगे.
ये एक पेज पूरा पढ़ लीजिए, फिर मैं.
अच्छा, as per GFR 132 for where the work is executed departmentally, open tender has to be called for the quantity lower than 5 lakhs to rupees 10 lakhs. Rule 160/14 provides the contract should ordinarily be awarded to the lowest evaluation bidder. Those bid has to be obtained in responsive and have to be eligible and qualified to perform the contract satisfactorily as per the terms and conditions incorporated in the corresponding bidding document. The renovation Shubhanagar is a single work. However, this single work was split up to 3 different works to avoid the open tender process and technical vetting of the director was ICR. Hence, renovations costing 14.3 lakhs was carried out in violation of the Rule 130 and 132(4) of the GFR. The work renovation of the Shogun Scientist Room and the construction of the gents toilet block of Subhanagar was awarded to L2 farm of the ground floor of the L1 farm will not be able to execute the work. There is no logic and responsibility in rejecting the bid of L1 farm in the manner. Thus, the contract was awarded to MS Panduranga Reddy and MS the process violation of 160(14) of the GFR. अभी जीस्ट बता दीजिए.
तो ये इसी तरीके के जो बहुत सारे केसेज है, the vigilance inspection has carried out and they pointed out many discrepancies in the execution of works and so I will read out. So in the case of alteration of vehicle shed for placing cold storage unit, the abstract estimate unsigned dated 30th May 2012 were for rupees 3,08,250. Limited quotation were called against such quotations from 3 vendors were received by speed post. The envelopes containing acknowledgement of the post office show that these were issued from Hyderabad, Hyderguda post office on 9th June at 11:54 am, 11:57 am and 11:55 am in respect of Messrs. Madhuri, Messrs. K. Panduranga and Messrs. K. Sainath, which indicate that quotations are submitted by one entity using different names. Predictably, the contract was awarded to Messrs. K. Sainath, which is exactly same as per the abstract estimate. The modus operandi revealed that the whole process was stage managed by the officials of DSR and calling of quotations etc. was a mere empty formality. There seems a close nexus between the contractor and the officials of DSR, including the director in the said activity. So the vigilance gave their observations like this in all these cases. And finally, I was asked if Sri J.H. Khilji was functioning as the senior finance and accounts officer. The proposals of construction of petty civil works were concurred by him without any examination. His statement added that due to pressure from the director, he could not resist the decision of the works committee does not appear convincing. He failed to point out the correct rule position. As a result, L1 was rejected in violation of the GFR. In this case, he failed to perform his duties in a proper manner and with integrity, which resulted in serious irregularities in works activities. The above action of Sri Khilji has misconduct under CC's conduct rules and he is directed to show cause why action should not be taken against him for the said misconduct. So why I am sharing? Because while working, often we do not give proper justification and we do not record proper reasons on file, or sometimes we fail to examine and we routinely we simply sign the files. But when the third party examines all these proposals in a single piece, then there are some cases which are otherwise which are not visible to us, and in many cases the complaints goes to ICR vigilance, or even the complaints go to CBI also. So even I have case study on a CBI case which have gone from ICR Institute, and the person involved they are suffering for the last 10 to 15 years because of this CBI case. And it was a very simple case of purchase of software. So if you are willing, then I can share with you also. Otherwise, I will proceed further.
You can proceed further because already it is running a little bit of time.
So now I will share a short video. अच्छा ठीक है सर ओके सर जी जी ठीक सर
थोड़ा शॉर्ट कर दीजिए वीडियो. We can discuss.
और वो बड़ी आसानी से सामने है, लेकिन लेकिन अगर सही में ऐसा है, हर इंसान के अंदर इतनी बुराई है, तो ये दुनिया में, ये समाज में लोग ठीक से कैसे रहते हैं? ये बैलेंस कैसे बना हुआ है? सबका सबसे हर वक्त झगड़ा क्यों नहीं होता? का जवाब है डर। हमारा डर ही हमें समाज में असभ्यता से पेश आने से रोकता है। मगर इस बात में कानून से मिलने वाली सजा और समाज में निंदा, ये दो तरह के डर हैं जिनकी वजह से हर इंसान मन में आए हर गलत काम को करने से खुद को रोके। ये दोनों समाज में रहते हुए हमारे सबसे बड़े डर, ये ही हमें अच्छाई और सच्चाई के रास्ते पर चलने पर मजबूर करते हैं। ये दोनों डर खत्म और इंसान से खतरनाक कोई दूसरा जानवर। तो अब बात वापस आती है करप्शन की। ये सब करप्शन से कैसे जुड़ा है? देखिए, करप्शन के खिलाफ कानून तो है हमारे, लेकिन जो लोग पावर में होते हैं उन्हें इन लॉज को तोड़ना मरोड़ना सब आता है। कानूनी सजा से बचना बहुत आसान होता है, इसलिए कानून का डर तो उन्हें पता नहीं। ऊपर से एक करप्ट आदमी जब गलत ढंग से कमाए हुए पैसों से अपने परिवार को शान से रखता है, तो परिवार की वैसे ही सारी शिकायतें खत्म होती हैं। जिनके पास पैसा या पावर होता है, समाज भी उनकी ज्यादा इज्जत करता है। समाज ये नहीं जानना चाहता ये पैसे कहाँ से आए हैं या इस पावर का इस्तेमाल कैसे किया जाए। तो इसलिए समाज से निंदा का भी डर नहीं रहता ऐसे बच्चों को। लेकिन करप्शन या किसी भी ईवल को कंट्रोल करने का यही तरीका है। जब लोगों को ये पक्का मालूम हो कि गलत करने पे कानून और समाज दोनों से ही सजा मिलेगी, तो ईमानदारी और नैतिकता के रास्ते पर चलने में उन्हें कोई तकलीफ नहीं। और इसलिए करप्शन के खिलाफ कानून और सामाजिक नजरिया दोनों को ही बदलने की, मजबूत करने की जरूरत है। हमें एक सिस्टम बनाना है जो ये इंश्योर करे कि करप्ट लोगों को उचित सजा बिना देरी के मिलेगी। लोगों का ये डर ही उन्हें ईमानदार बना।
So I said this video and the message is very clear that people are not corrupt because they have low moral value or high moral value. The corruption takes place because there is no fear. In our system, there is a vigilance, there is a audit, and there is a higher authorities, there is inspections, many things. So they are there to keep a check and balance system. Because of their fear, many things get straight. So if we follow this check and balance properly, I think people will be afraid of doing any wrong thing in purchase procedure. So this was the message I wanted to give. Now, if you have any query, you can ask me.
So thank you, sir, for your excellent presentation. Now the presentation is open. Anybody has any queries? Small queries, couple of queries, then that can be addressed. किसी को कोई सवाल है तो दो चार सवाल आप पूछिए। पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कोई सवाल है तो पूछ लीजिए। आई थिंक सभी लोगों ने अच्छा से एंजॉय। मैं अभी हमारा निदेशक महोदय को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा वो अपना कमेंट्स दे। बेरा साहब, डायरेक्टर साहब, डायरेक्टर साहब, बेरा साहब, I think probably he is busy with some other
No,
committee.
no. Yes, sir. Yes. I am coming.
ओके प्लीज आप कमेंट्स दीजिए प्लीज। खिलजी जी का भाषण हो गया है।
It is over. Presentation is over.
प्रेजेंटेशन इज ओवर। हेलो हाँ
Just a minute. Yes, yes, I am there. Just a minute.
ओके
Yes. Sir, thank you, Khilji Sahab, for sparing your time and accepting our invitation and for this important issue and highlighting the purchase and procurement. And I think it is a great knowledge for all of us, and we will definitely update our knowledge and will use in our day-to-day purchase and procurement. And hopefully our ICR, DGR, this center is remotely located. There is a shortage of manpower, and every day we have to change the manpower in the position of procurement and purchase. So that is the major hurdle for us. Today one person is FAO, so tomorrow is another person FAO. Day after tomorrow will be another person FAO. So it is very difficult to have all the knowledge, but knowledgeable person in the chair for looking after all these business. So it is really difficult for us, and we are now our FAO and AO got transferred. They have joined to their new position. Our both the posts are vacant now. We are managing through our technical as well as scientific staff. So I am definitely, I am very much sure your talk and your valuable suggestion will update our knowledge, particularly for scientific stuffs, those who are in the charge of AO and FAO. So with all these words, I profusely thank you on behalf of me as well as entire staff of ICR, DGR, as well as whole entire organization of this directorate. I profusely thank you. And again, I expect wherever we will face some hurdle, definitely we'll consult you and we seek your opinion to ease out our business. Thank you, Khilji sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir.
So thank you, Director Sahab, and
In fact, after
thank-
this introduction of GEM, the purchase is very simple now.
but difficult as well, because particularly for chemicals and other things.
Not difficult for all the cases, but some tricky cases, particularly for chemicals.
So
it is really tricky for us.
very very difficult. So खिलजी जी आपको बहुत धन्यवाद हमारा परिवार की ओर से, डीजीआर के परिवार की ओर से और निदेशक महोदय की ओर से आपको दोबारा धन्यवाद देता हूं। और हम
धन्यवाद आपका भी।
थैंक यू सो मच। आप हमारा मतलब बड़े परिवार का ही सदस्य हैं, आईसीआर का ही आप सदस्य हैं। तो आप अभी जैसे निदेशक महोदय ने बताया, जो भी अभी जरूरत पड़ेगा तो आपका हम हेल्प लेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ स्टाफ का शॉर्टेज है। एओ एफएओ ज्यादातर टाइम नहीं रहते हैं, अभी दोनों ट्रांसफर होकर चले गए। सो दोबारा आपको धन्यवाद देते हुए आज का कार्यक्रम हम यही खत्म करते हैं। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू
सर।
थैंक यू।
मेरी जरूर ऑलवेज रेडी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपको।
धन्यवाद।
And my personal request to Khilji Sahab.
Yes sir.
Whenever you get time, do visit us DGR.
Yes sir, definitely.
So it is an open invitation to you, and since you are in Hyderabad in NARM, so naturally you have a sea of knowledge, particularly for this purchase or procurement. Do visit us. We will enrich our knowledge further.
Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. धन्यवाद.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us close the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.